and welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you the newest collection from Bee's Knees Lacquer. It's inspired by a spin-off of the Borderlands game called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Before we get into the polish, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that too. I upload new videos every week. Pre-order for these polishes will begin on May 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Bee's Knees Lacquer website. I'll link that site as well as all of Bee's Knees Lacquer's social media down in the description box. This 10-piece collection will be available for purchase as a full collection set. There will also be some mystery bags and some new scents. Unfortunately, this time around, there will not be any new respawns available for purchase, but I think you're absolutely going to love the new polishes that will be available with this release. Altogether, we have 10 polishes to look at today, so let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So actually, really quick before we look at the polishes, I did want to share with you a quick bath product that Sarah sent over, a body product. This is the Queen Buttstallion scented hand cream. I believe it's called the Level Up hand cream. And I don't have a scent description for this, but it smells super gourmand. It's like very vanilla, kind of like reminds me of like creme brulee or some kind of filling. It's sweet, but it's not like overpoweringly sweet. I love this lotion. I went through an entire tub already. They sent one out with the Lore Olympus collection. I finished that completely and I'm so excited to have a new one. This stuff just sinks into the skin so well. It's got like a jelly consistency, so it's very light and doesn't feel heavy. After I put it on, my hands don't feel greasy. It's great for the cuticles also, and it doesn't leave like a shiny finish on the skin. It's fantastic. It also has some great ingredients in there. Aloe vera liquid, some different kinds of oils, rice bran oil, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, B5, oat extract, marula oil. Yeah, it's fantastic. I am thrilled to have another one. I might buy some more because this is one of my favorite hand creams. I imagine it's going to be especially wonderful for summer. And here's evidence of the one I finished. You can see I literally was scraping the jar to get out as much as I could. This product is fantastic, and his flavor scent was wonderful too. I really like that scent as well, if it's available this time around. I decided to group the polishes in this video by finish. So we did have one pastel multi-chrome with these flakes. So this one's called Skelly Mans, and it's described as being a sheer pastel multi-chrome that shifts from lilac to green with black to blue multi-chrome flakes. This one's going to retail for $13.50, and Sarah did leave a note that this one may glow in the dark after exposure to strong lighting. I didn't experience that, but I didn't try it out, and now I want to. So as the description stated, this one was very sheer. It almost appeared to have like a colorless base, but lots of that fine multi-chrome shimmer packed in there. You can kind of see the purple lilac on one side and the green on the other. It looks really cool together, especially with all of the blue to black multi-chrome flakes that are packed in here. It's a really interesting combination. So here's what 3 coats of Skelly Man looks like with a glossy top coat and some lower outdoor lighting. You can see even built up in 3 coats. This one still has some visible nail line, and it becomes even more exaggerated in bright lighting. And here's what it looks like in 1 coat over black. Very, very shifty. And then here is what it looks like in the sunlight. In the sunlight, I mostly saw a soft lilac shimmer base with a blue shift in those flakes. Again, just very unique polish to my collection. I know a lot of people are collecting all of these finishes from Bee's Knees Lacquer. If that's you, you'll definitely want to grab this one. Pictured are 3 coats of Skelly Mans with a glossy top coat. The next flaky I'm going to share with you is called the Dragonlord, and it's described as being a violet jelly with orange to red multi-chrome flakes and holographic flakes. This one's the same finish as Save the Pupfish, which I don't have, but I wish I did, and it's going to retail for $13.50. On application, this one had a perfect jelly formula. I just find these kind of polishes so satisfying to put on because they dry down super duper glossy. Lots of flakes came out on each coat, and it did reach full opacity or very close to it in 3 coats. I think just about everyone will want 3 coats for this one just to get that base color as dark as possible and to get maximum flakiness. So here is what 3 coats looks like with a glossy top coat in some lower outdoor lighting. I just wanted to show off how beautiful those red to orange flakes in this polish. They're absolutely stunning, but where this polish really shines is in sunlight. Check it out. Oh, before we look at that, here's what it looks like over black. I swatched most of these over black because I saw a few people request it. It's really cool over black, but here's what it looks like in the sunlight. The holographic flakes in here are so super sparkly, and in the sun you do see some visible nail line in 3 coats, but trust me, you are completely distracted by the sparkle, or at least I was. And then here's what it looks like over black in the sunlight. It really helps that hollow pop. Pictured are 3 coats of the Dragonlord with a glossy top coat. And we do have a few reflective glitter polishes with this release, starting with Queen Buttstallion. I don't play Tiny Tina's Wonderland, so I'm really curious about the naming of this polish and its meaning. But this is described as being a purple to yellow to green pastel multi-chrome with hollow flakes and silver light reflective glitter. It shimmers in every light, just like Her Majesty. This is going to retail for $13.50. On application, all of these reflective glitter polishes were a little bit on the thicker side just compared to a non-reflective glitter polish, but I was very pleased, despite this one being so light in color, how quickly it built up. I was able to reach full opacity at my nail length or really close to it in 2 coats. If you've got longer nails than me, you might need 3 though, but look at all of that beautiful sparkle. So here's what 2 coats of Queen Buttstallion looks like with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. You can see all of that purple sheen. At certain angles, you can see yellow and green as well as some hollow in there. It's just so sparkly. And I actually forgot to get video of this on my nails under phone flashlight. So after the reflective polish portion of this video, I'll show you what all the polishes with the reflective glitter look like under phone flashlight. But here are 2 coats of Queen Buttstallion with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. The next polish we're going to look at also has reflective glitter. It's called Paladin Mike, and it's described as being an aqua polish with gold to green to blue shimmer and a rainbow of light reflective glitter. It's going to retail for $13.50. This one overall applied very similarly to Queen Buttstallion. It was close to fully opaque for me in 2 coats. Depending on the lighting and application, you might want 3, but I was good in 2. And I just am such a fan of the base color for this. I would say, as far as the reflective glitters go in this collection, this one was definitely my favorite. Just the combination of that base color with the gold to green shimmer is what I saw in most lightings. I couldn't get enough of it, especially for this time of year, like transitioning spring into summer or just early summer. Oh my gosh, it was so sparkly. I loved it. So here are 2 coats of Paladin Mike with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. This next one we're calling Blow Up the Freakin' Ocean, and it's described as being a black-based cyan to purple, multi-chrome with black and gold light reflective glitters. This one's going to be priced at $13.50 as well. So when I got my bottle of this in the mail, the top wasn't screwed on all the way, so it was a little bit thicker than the others, but I think that just had to do with it getting thicker in transit. I don't think that had anything to do with the polish. It built up beautifully in 2 coats. This one was the most opaque for me, but that might be because it was on the thicker side. And I didn't see so much of a cyan shift, but I saw a lot of purple and pink with a blackened base. It was really pretty and super duper vampy. So here's what 2 coats of Blow Up the Freaking Ocean looks like with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. Again, just ultra, ultra sparkly in the sunlight. All of these reflective glitter polishes are going to be difficult to remove and will dry down with texture. Pictured are 2 coats of Blow Up the Freaking Ocean with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. And the final reflective glitter in this release is called Crit Happens. It's described as being a bright yellow jelly with light reflective glitter, and this one will be $13. Of the 4 reflective glitters in this collection, this one was definitely the most sheer. That jelly base really came through, and I felt like this one was slightly less packed with those reflective glitters. I needed 3 coats to reach full opacity, and I didn't get there. So I guess I needed 3 coats to reach the opacity that I got, but it was still showing quite a bit of visible nail line. I also felt like the finished product looked a little less yellow and leaned a little bit more mustardy. So here's what 3 coats looks like with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat in the sunlight. Absolutely loved how the reflective glitter sparkled in the sunlight. Even with that visible nail line, I thought this one was stunning, and just wait till you see it under phone flash. My goodness, it took my breath away. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of reflective glitter polishes in general, I will say Bee's Knees does them so well. I was very impressed with all 4 of these. Pictured are 3 coats of Crit Happens with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. So here is what those 4 reflective glitter polishes look like under phone flashlight. From left to right, we have Paladin Mike, which remember has a rainbow of light reflective glitters. You can kind of see all of those colors in there. The silvery one is Queen Buttstallion, which has silver light reflective glitter as well as holographic flakes. Crit Happens has gold yellow light reflective glitters, and then at the end we have Blow Up the Freaking Ocean, which has black and gold light reflective glitters. Under phone flash, I have to say Crit Happens was my favorite. That gold is just to die for, but just in general, I think Paladin Mike was my favorite. I like the effect of the rainbows, and it looks beautiful in phone flash, but also stunning in regular lighting too. And to finish off this collection, we have 4 absolutely stunning shimmers. This first one is called Fairy Punchfather, and it's described as being a great purple polish with strong green to blue shimmer. The price for this will be $13. On application, I was very pleased with this one. It had beautiful opacity on the first coat. I would say most people will be good with this one in 3 coats. Now, if I looked for it, I think I could find some visible nail line, but you had to be really looking for it. If you've got longer nails than I do, though, I think it'll be pretty obvious visible nail line. But yeah, 3 coats for me was just perfect. You can see that shift from purple to green to blue, so pretty. So here's what 3 coats looks like in some lower shaded outdoor lighting. It almost has like a multi-chrome effect with just how intense those shifts are. And then here is what it looks like in 1 coat over black. That, of course, exaggerates the shifts in that shimmer. You get a lot of blue, a lot of green, really, really beautiful. And then here's what it looks like in sunlight. My goodness, the way this just shimmers, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. It looks like the sun hitting ocean water. It's just everything I want this time of year. And then over black, still stunning, still totally stunning. Pictured are 3 coats of Fairy Punchfather with a glossy top coat. And I did want to throw in a quick comparison for some other shifty purples I have. On the far left is the mask from A Court of Silver Flames. In the center is Fairy Punchfather. And then on the far right is Camp Nightwing. You can see that the mask has a much deeper, more blue base than Fairy Punchfather. And between Fairy Punchfather and Camp Nightwing, I would say Fairy Punchfather has a lighter, more red leaning base. It also has a slightly different shifting shimmer. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce. I'm going to go with Zygaxis, I think. It's described as being an almost neon red polish with gold to green to blue shimmer, and it's going to be $13. On application, I was concerned this one wouldn't reach full opacity in 3 coats, but it did. 3 coats gave me full opacity in 95% of lighting situations I was in, maybe in super bright sunlight if I was really looking at it with a microscope. I could see some nail line, but honestly, most of the time, no, I could not. If you've got longer nails than I do, though, maybe you'll see some, maybe. So here's what 3 coats looks like with a glossy top coat and some lower indoor lighting. You see a lot of the shift to gold as well as to green. At extreme angles, you can see some blue as well. And here's what 1 coat looks like over black. There you go. A lot of that green gold shift comes out that way as well. I took it outside in some sunlight, and here's what it looks like. Honestly, I have to give this polish a standing ovation. It is a stunner. I'm a seasonal polish wearer. This one's perfect for summer. It just, oh my gosh, very, very perfect. Super satisfying, absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. Can you tell I like this polish? Pictured are 3 coats of Zygaxis, something like that, with a glossy top coat. I did some comparisons for this one too. So on the far left, we have Roma Juliet. In the middle is Zygaxis. Just going to hit all the pronunciations I can possibly imagine. And then on the far right is the Red Room from The Haunting of Hill House 3rd anniversary. So it kind of has the base of the Red Room. It's got that bright orangey red base, but the shifting shimmer of Roma Juliet. You can see Roma Juliet has a much softer, more like corally base, and Zygaxis is much more of a red-orange base. The next shimmer we have is called Seduce the Drawbridge. The other name I'm just very curious about. This one's described as being a pink coral with rich cobalt shimmer, and the price for this will be $13. On application, this one was super, super, super sheer. I built it up to 3 coats and did not reach close to full opacity. This one's going to either be one you pair with some kind of undie or what you'll wear if you just love that soft, ethereal look, because I got a whole lot of nail line. It was honestly gorgeous, but I'll probably pair it with an undie in the future because VNL is not my jam. Here is what 3 coats looks like with a glossy top coat. The base color is so pretty. It's like almost this cotton candy pink, and then you move your hand around and you can see like more of a corally shade, and then the shimmer is striking. Here's what it looks like over black. I mean, talk about pow pow. That is beautiful. Pictured are 3 coats of Seduce the Drawbridge with a glossy top coat. So even though I couldn't find a polish that was super similar to this in my collection, I did throw in a few comparisons just for color comparison. On the far left is Uncomfortably Curious from the From Blood and Ash collection. In the center is Seduce the Drawbridge. And on the far right is Blood of the Gods from the From Blood and Ash collection. I would say base color-wise, it's closest to Blood of the Gods. It definitely has more of a pink lean to the base instead of like a brown lean. And of course, the shimmer is blue, so that's different. And the shimmer, I would say, is very fine compared to the other 2 as well. The final polish I have to share with you today is called Punchomancy, and it's described as being a slightly sheer magenta jelly with gold to green to blue shimmer. The price for this will be $13. On application-wise, this one was slightly sheer, as the description stated. It was not nearly as sheer as Seduce the Drawbridge, which we just looked at. It built up to almost full opacity for me in 3 coats, but I could see some visible nail line. Honestly, it wasn't prominent enough to bother me, and y'all know that's not my favorite thing. It canceled out any discoloration. Honestly, that's my deal breaker. Usually if it still shows my staining through the sheerness, I can't handle it. But if it covers up any yellow, then I'm usually okay with it. And this one did that. So you can see in 3 coats of the glossy top coat here, there is no visible nail line and tons of shift in the shimmer. This one was super shifty like Zygaxis. I'm also wondering if those two are sibling shades since they both have the gold to green to blue shifting shimmer. Just wondering. They look the same over black, so I think so. So here's what 3 coats of Punchomancy looks like with a glossy top coat in the sunlight. If you're looking for it, you can see that visible nail line, but it's not very prominent. And once again, the shimmer just sparkles. This one too reminds me of the sun being reflected in water in the sea. It's just stunning. So perfect for summer. I absolutely love this one as well. Pictured our 3 coats of Punchomancy. Whew, look at that shift with a glossy top coat. And so I did decide to do one comparison for this. On the left is Punchomancy. On the right is Rainbow Girl from the Fever collection. I saw some requests for this comparison. So you can see they are both beautiful magenta-y shimmery shades with a close shimmer, similar shimmer, but Rainbow Girl is much less saturated. It's a lot softer, a lot less opaque, and Punchomancy is like the intense version of Rainbow Girl. Honestly, I like Punchomancy quite a bit more, and that's coming from someone who loves Rainbow Girl. So what'd you think? Let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts. What are you thinking of picking up? What were you drawn to most? Are you going to be buying the entire collection? Final thoughts, I absolutely loved this collection and this release. I think it just showed off what so many of us love about Bee's Knees Lacquer. With so much variety in finishes and in colors, I feel like there's something everyone will fall in love with, and I love that. While I was swatching these though, there were 3 polishes that were major standouts for me. I love them so much. I'm going to share those with you now. As far as favorites go, I had 3 really obvious standouts. The first one was called the Dragonlord. Oh my goodness, this one was so intensely sparkly. I tried to capture it in my photos and video. I don't think I even did it justice. If you love a good purple, flaky, sparkly polish, you've got to grab this one. It was so squishy and beautiful. My next favorite is Punchomancy. I think I'm saying that right. This is just everything I want in a bright, beautiful pink. I mean, the shifts are unreal. Gold, green, blue, and then the pinky purple base. You see basically an entire rainbow in here. It's gorgeous. But my absolute top pick is Zygaxis. I don't know how to say it, but it's beautiful. This like neon-y red. In some lights the base looks more orangey, in some lights it looks more pink. It's just such a shapeshifter, and the shimmer in here is completely fabulous. This finish is like my favorite, other than the line with the thorn in its paw finish. This finish is my favorite. These super shifty shimmers that get really opaque. I loved this one. Loved it. I think it's going to go on my list of favorite polishes of 2022. So let me know down in the comments which polishes from this collection were your top picks. And in case you're in the mood to see some more beautiful polishes be swatched, you should check out some of my recent videos. Last week, I live swatched and reviewed the newest collection from Cuticula called Sparkle Wherever You Go. I also recently did a live stream sharing with you some items that'll be available in May's Little Box of Horrors. This month's theme is Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I recently live swatched and reviewed the newest collection from Wildflower Lacquer, their Tossing Coins collection, as well as some additional limited edition polishes. I'll leave all of those videos linked down in the description box so you can check them out. Hopefully this video was helpful for you in deciding what to grab. If it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!